Man, those
Both
tanks
tanks are
just hugging,
completely
huh?
clueless.
Yeah, I was gonna say that they're
Neither
just
of them know.
hugging.
Okay, as a Sigma right here, would immediately shield point and turn around and rock the Joker Queen, but that's just me.
Everything's on cooldown right now.
I mean, I might have, but I'm just looking here. Like, I forced all of them back to point, and everybody was just kind of still back behind bridge. Like,
This is
nobody
true.
rotated with me.
Everyone was
Yeah,
very
I
scared
believe
of the
the
Junker
rotation was
Queen.
late.
This is also true.
Yeah, Diamond Junker Queen, you know.
Because I mean, if
I mean,
we
go back to when I rotate here, because I rotate through this building.
yeah.
So
Juno's
the question
low.
at that point that I'm hearing then is,
right there.
Brad,
Listening.
is if you're taking an angle, remember like what I wrote out the other day about like declare like what you should be doing in between the phases of an actual fight? Did you declare that like, hey, I'm pushing and taking this angle, or I'm going all in? Because based on how nobody moves, I'm gonna take a wild shot in the dark and say you didn't check in with the other 4 players before you hit the W key.
Possibly. I mean, I can pull up Ricky's stream and go to this match and see.
Like that's a big thing of like saying like, hey, I need like we calling out, or even calling out, I think that's the Juno right there in front of you, saying like, even calling out like their Juno is, yeah, like you have both supports kind of dead to rights here. Calling that out so someone goes with you, or we start running with you, is like what you should be doing.
Yeah, I couldn't push. I was dead.
Yeah, but then if you get those 2 supports,
I mean,
Yeah, I think
it's all like
left
ifs though. It's all like
out
ifs, you know. But I
Yeah,
totally
I
understand
think
what Brick's doing.
the
I think
overall
the
point
reason
the overall point I was trying to make is that like that's the importance of like just saying what you're doing and when. So like the call out is made by somebody, which is great, but then who, like the initiator in the situation, which in this case is like Brad deciding to W key into the team, like he still has to call out like, this is what I'm doing.
I physically couldn't if you look at a Junker Queen. I'm just stuck.
Well, let's just play it and see where.
Moving on.
Let's see what happens. Because I don't think I was here for this scream either.
Yeah, neither was I.
Yeah. God damn.
Yeah, she just walked right forward.
Here, right behind Brick. Someone honestly should have called her out, because I'm pretty sure
the second she rushed on Rayo, someone should have called that out. I don't know if that happened, but
because I mean, for a solid like 2 or 3 seconds, these two are just butt buddies, protecting each other from each other's teams. Oh, also, Rio, you have an incredible reliance on the burst fire for Zen. I almost never use it. It's definitely personal preference, but the time to kill for whenever you're just using like normal fire and orb of and Discord is about the same as like charge fire. So I like I wrote in your notes, I definitely recommend you at least try it out for a little bit. Just like try to have a nice little balance, because both are very useful.
Yeah.
But right here, I'm pretty sure it's right here. There's like 3 instances where you're trying to heal someone, but you physically can't because you're charging.
Oh yeah.
So then you launch it into the floor, heal them, start another charge, and then rinse and repeat. And this entire time, the team fight's going on, and no one has Discord. And Discord is like your biggest part of your kit.
I wasn't peeking that. Oh, I don't know. My ego was kind of crazy this game just because of the last 3 wins.
Yeah.
I think that's why I kept doing that, because it kept working. Like in reality, I know left click is double DPS.
Yeah, you guys kind of just fucking dumpster them here.
We stack support ults, right?
Here is my biggest fucking pet peeve. I hate it when everyone gets off point so fucking much. The amount of times I'll see people get off point just to attack, and then you end up wasting like 5 or 10 seconds. Because normally it's me.
It depends on the comp. Like in this comp, Zen should be riding payload.
I really like what Ace is doing here, though, because he's contesting high ground, like I was saying before. Target priority right here could use some work, because right here, Ana peeks up as he rounds the corner, and instead of shooting the Ana, he ends up shooting the Junker Queen, and then I think he jumps off high ground.
Might also point out, like, right now, you guys are so insanely split. You have 5 ideas, and there's no, like, guiding line of, like, what's going on. Zen is backing off the payload to shoot at his demon.
No, I'm scared of the
Ash
car.
is looking...
No, it's not the Junkrat ult. You didn't hear that?
He's trying to shoot at the Junkrat ult, but it's such a small LOS that he's like, he would have to be top 500 to be able to fucking predict this movement.
Hey man, he is diamond now. He might be a god.
Running at the tire. Juno's
I'm good now.
He is determined to fight God.
And Freya is on the other end of the map. So, like, right now, it's really difficult for anybody to help anybody. You're all, like, PDMing.
See, but I still like this, though, because he is a very hyper-mobile character. So, if you... because right before he shot the JQ, the Ana was standing about here. I don't know. I don't remember where she was looking. I think she was going this way. He could have just shot her in the back of the head, made her panic, probably even wasted nade. Because, I mean, these are golds to plat we're talking about. They panic easily.
Yeah.
But if they did turn and look, he could either dash into this health pack or just dash out. Because right now, he probably has both dashes. So he can fucking send it down this hallway. And, oh.
He even said he missed his kill shot.
Yeah. What the fuck? So, I don't recommend ever doing this, Ace. Ever since they increased bullet sizes, taking these kind of covers is always pointless. Especially since you're at half health, you might as well have just jumped immediately.
When I die.
Yeah. After 4 or 5 attempts, there you go, and then you bounce. And then while you're flying, you get shot again. Man, that Junkrat is fucking trying. Holy shit. So, I don't really recommend throwing up your shield like that. I'm not really the best SIG, so I'm not too sure. But I mean,
it was just block out the spam because they were spamming rockets and grenades over the wall. So I just didn't want us like dying in spawn to the massive spam.
Yeah, I guess. I just probably wouldn't have done that because I mean it's not too hard with how far they are. It's not too hard to dodge. So at that point, that's probably just natural selection.
True. I think now you're gonna go into the fight with like half shield because of that, probably.
Yeah, because what's it at right now? Fucking dead. And you're about to start the fight. Yeah, I believe you guys go high ground now. Yeah, you are. Now, real quick, anyone notice something weird about this lineup here?
DPS are going first. Support.
This isn't a DPS. That's a
Oh
support.
yeah, that's Grik. Oh, that's Gricky. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
support's cool. Kiriko's rushing.
Yeah. Yeah, which I mean, Brick got stuck on a rock, despite floating.
I jumped back over.
Yeah,
I jumped back
you
off.
eventually got over, but you two, as soon as you got here, you should have just waited a second, because the Pharah peeks around and then immediately backs up after a little bit of contests. But we'll go over those two in a second. First, I want to address what these three do. But
like when their tank commits to us, then it's better to discord them, because then that's called throwing. Otherwise.
Yeah, but round 2. You guys notice something weird about this?
Oh yeah, I think Zenyatta's up there.
Man, that's a weird fucking tank. But as I was saying about the whole Discord not you putting Discord on someone you're not able to fight yet. In this fight, which you should have just waited a second. You shouldn't have gone in first. Like that's one thing. But you also end up not being able to kill the Junker Queen simply because that's the wrong person. Simply because the Discord isn't able to be put on her for another like 3 or 4 seconds.
Cosine, I have a question. Is it even like worth trying to take this angle with the team comp we have? Because I feel like looking at our team comp, you have 5 long range characters, and you're taking a fight in an enclosed space against a Junker Queen and a Junkrat and an Ana. Like, I don't think that's gonna go well. Probably.
Agreed.
I'm still a absolutist about contesting high ground, but honestly, I don't think you guys should have come in here. Like you said, I mean, the Junkrat trap's right there. Junkrat's right there. There's a Pharah as well. Anything inside is just gonna be rough, but not impossible. And if Zen didn't go in first, I honestly think they could have won this fight. Because, yeah, Zen, he almost lived, but he wandered into the trap. Tree's going on a fucking wild adventure. Yeah, no, if the 3 of you were in a situation, if Discord wasn't pre-placed, if Ash fought the queen and Zen didn't go in first, you guys fully could have killed this queen. I fully believe that, and follow Ricky and Ace.
Speaking of series of mistakes.
Yeah, I will say I like that you two went top ground and the 3. Since you were going for the high ground contest, I like that you guys split up and went one in the building, one up top, because that ended up splitting the team well and caused a lot of chaos for the enemy, and that's my favorite thing. But Ricky fucking smelt blood in the water and went in first, and because of that, it's honestly best to just assume they're on the high ground, because this is a Junkrat, and this is like the Junkrat heaven spot, because you do not need to peek this to contest a point. Junkrat is almost always going to be up here if they have one. If there's a Junkrat down below, they're on crack. But at the same time, whether you knew he was up here or not, you probably still should have just waited a second for Ace to go in front, Because if Ace takes a shot, you can heal them. If you take a shot, Ace can't heal you. So you're just stuck dead in the water. You already popped Suzu. TP is available, but it's not really on your mind right now. And with the combination of, I think, that mine and the incoming rocket, you just instantly die. Which also ultimately leaves Ace alone in what is a 1v4. It landed behind the Ana. Yeah, like, this ult right here. He is.
No, I agree.
Yeah. No.
It was I'm already committed to the diva swap. I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna use it, get a pick, and then because I know I'm gonna die here, but
yeah.
Just at least
You
confirm
save
the
a
jump
portion
pad.
of your ult charge, right? When you swap, or did they get rid of that?
They do,
you
but it's
keep
like
it.
it's like 10%, 15%. They dropped it.
Like I
Still
said,
20.
But you build ults charge so quickly if you're playing a character right.
I mean,
You're still on
Here-
0.75 play speed, by the way.
Well, yeah, no, I'm purposely keeping it slower
Oh.
so we can
Um,
say, hey,
Oh,
pause.
okay, okay.
so whatever it's worth, if my last point on the holding the ults thing before a swap, think of it. The underlying factor of when you do that is how much extra time you eat off the clock with that decision. If
Well,
if it's not gonna work, right? Or if you like I guess my thing is like if you knew you were gonna commit your ult in that fight,
mm-hmm.
probably just being more being more of an aggressor with it. Like pop your ult, but before you launch it, fly up out of that hallway to the high ground and yank the 3 people above you. Right? Like there's probably like there's probably more instances of like if you know you're going to use it. That's what I'm getting at. Because
well, that's the thing. I didn't know I was going to use it in this fight because this was we were gonna take the castle, and then once everything started to fall apart, I'm like, okay, I'm going to die in here. We've kind of already decided. I think we needed a diva, so I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna use this ult and then swap after I die.
It would honestly.
Well, and more importantly, it's just respawn time. Like if your team is dead, the fight's lost, and you're eating another 6 seconds to maybe do something, maybe do nothing, right? And then you die, maybe get a pick, maybe don't. In this instance, you do, so cool. But now you have the full respawn timer on top of. I guess what I'm saying is like you're unintentionally extending how long it's going to take you to reinitiate with your team.
So, real quick, this is kind of similar to, I guess the original plan I was thinking up whenever we first entered Second Point, where Ace was over by tree, and then, damn, I am so fucking sleep deprived. Holy shit. Words are fucking running away from me. Fuck it. Yeah, we're just gonna ignore that I was speaking there.
Do something! You better stay out of range. 60 seconds. Bloody hell! Time for the reckoning!
Into the iris.
Locking satellite vector!
Great talk.
I mean, I'm gonna be real. I was looking for it. Like, I assumed that's what she was trying to do. So I just was like, if I went once I see her engage is when I was going to move. Like, I was just looking for the animation on the corner.
Fair
I was
enough.
tunnel visioned on the card too much. I should have just been on high ground and shooting down people because no one was going to contest me there.
Fair enough.
Also,
I mean, keeping it a
that
buck,
might-
we also all just left cart. Like,
Yeah,
we
no,
probably get this point if we just stayed on cart, but for some reason we all just kind of the group that was on cart just kind of left it for brick at a certain point.
no, right here.
Right here.
Right here. So, oh god. Well, I mean, it's overtime, and there's
It's like it's
no one
OT
here.
and we got a free lane. 3 on cart and push it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I
Let's
think this
count how
is-
many times this goes under 3, because it was quite a few times. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you guys just leave it on 1.
Was it the ping? Like, was it? Maybe it was the ping on the Junker Queen, and that's why we all hit the E break.
I think it was.
It might have just been
then,
it might have been an involuntary reaction.
But then at the same time, because yeah, your Kiriko, it's a Kiriko and Sojourn, so yeah, you both should be on point with Brick. Because you're tiny and you're gonna be hard to hit, and then Sojourn just does a shit ton of damage. And then yeah, honestly, Ace should have been back here already. For you, Ace, I honestly, as soon as you guys rounded this corner and there was no one up ahead, I would have just gone straight back here.
Yeah.
I think the statistic was like 75 to 80% of people come through this door. So you could have just sat here and covered it, because they're not going to look left. They're going to look. They're always going to look at point, because that's where they're panicking about. So you could have just sat here, and if it wasn't the Junkrat walking, or the Junker Queen walking by, you'd be able to 2-tap them instantly using the.
Yeah, I mean, we just cap if the Junker Queen chases me, and if no one else can really chase me with their comp, so.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Dishing out back shots.
And if you two were actually on point and Ryu wasn't playing chicken with a Junker Queen's knife, as soon as the Junker Queen was pinged here, for me, I would have W keyed, because as a former hog main, this is my favorite location to be whenever someone's pushing up, because someone's going off the fucking cliff.
In the pit.
In the pit. So as soon as someone called out that the Junker Queen was here, I would have slammed the fucking accelerator and sent it forward. But
That's fair.
Tree's probably right. It was involuntary and like just.
I mean, I can tell you that, like,
are fucking monsters. So,
I mean, like, the Junker Queen was a menace at that whole game. So, like,
yeah.
when someone pings her location where we were all standing, I just my brain instantly goes, yeah, we all probably went squirrel wear.
Yeah.
And I think it was just like basically like a Freudian moment. But
no,
you are right. We should have.
Yeah. Yeah, but then at the same time, you all knew where the Junker Queen was. You all knew it was coming, but all 3 of you were still standing huddled here.
Did I have slide off cooldown? So I know I had just gotten back from spawn.
Nope.
No, I did.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
off cooldown.
Can I offer an alternative to that scenario? If you back up to when the payload's on cooldown, they just won the fight.
How much farther?
Yeah, like there is perfectly fine. So, like you said, here at that point, Ace takes the high ground. He has the mobility to do it. It's fantastic. I would leave Kiri on payload, and Diva and everybody else the W key. The Sojourn can take the high ground behind the door to the left, like the little wood ledge. The little wood ledge that's in your POV right now.
Okay, he does know. Yeah.
So Ace could have gone once he pushed the queen in. He can go to the spot you recommended. The Sojourn to your left goes to that high ground there, right there,
Yeah.
and can put additional pressure from relative safety because they have to fully commit out the door to shoot her, and the diva can control that door and still have one person on payload, because I feel like controlling the choke is more important and it will buy you more time than if you have 3 people on cart and not controlling that space, because now if you have all those people push up immediately, you solve the problem of the queen trying to yank you off the bridge, but you also control that choke and you will get that card time, I think.
Yeah, yeah, I know. I think that's 100. I think that's on the money.
So what were you suggesting? Ace go where I said Sojourn here and Diva forward towards the queen?
Yeah, well, not necessarily towards the queen, but maybe close to that little pile of rock, so that she can control
like
the
right
door and the queen. Yeah,
Gotcha.
both at the same time. So you have 3 people watching that spot. Sojourn can contest the other door. You have still front pressure from the Zen, and the Kiri can be pretty much anywhere she wants if she's not pushing card, because she at that distance she can still provide support effectively.
True. I will raise one caveat. If the Sojourn's up here, you might as well have the Diva down here, because then the Diva covers this door, Sojourn covers this door, Junker Queen has to decide if she's going to touch cart or fight the full health, most likely Zen orbed Diva. And as soon as the Junker Queen peeks out, because in this hypothetical, Ricky and Rio are on point, and they're most likely going to be standing on the left side because the Junker Queen, everyone knows where she's at. As soon as the Junker Queen swings out to either fight the Diva or contest point, she gets discorded, and like the fucking 3 eyes of Sauron, you have Ace on the stair or on the ramp. You have Sojourn here and Diva right below Sojourn. Everyone just looks around.
Agreed. I can agree with that. Yeah.
I honestly think Diva watching here, because this stops people from coming through here. The Sojourn up here will be able to kill anyone instantly except the Queen. I just honestly think this might be better.
No, I agree with that vision. I can agree with that, but you see where I'm going with this.
Yeah, your mentality is more so contesting the Queen, and
it's a very proactive solution.
Yours is offensive, mine's defensive. Both ideas definitely have their worth or their weight in gold.
Yeah, this is why I said I propose an alternative. It's not like, oh, you should do this.
Yeah,
it's like my take on it.
I do not have a strong enough ego to just say no, shut up, fuck you. No,
Yes, you fucking do.
Yeah, I'm gonna chef. That's cap.
I'll call bullshit when I fucking hear it, but I do fucking, I'm willing to listen and hear people out, except for Brick.
Lol. Nice. Cool. Well,
I've heard way too many, hey guys, let's sim TP here, because I saw this team do it.
Yeah, and I get asked to do it too, so fuck off.
By who? Your fucking imaginary friends?
All right, hit the play button. Let's see. Let's watch the last part of this joke.
Yeah.